then we got the the sheepdog. You know what? This is cool because they're doing the button lock now on the full size model. And you know, I had the mini where it was button lock and rich light scales and stuff like that, which I'd like to have rich light scales. Actually, I'd like to see this full size in a button lock like this with Ultim and satin. That would be great. That would be great. Then I'd get rid of this, switch out the Ultim model, and own a full-size sheepdog button lock. But I'd either rich light or Ultim and satin. Okay. But for right now, this is what I got. Unless you want the clutch lock. Okay. So this is okay. This is this, and this is the model number and everything. Okay. This is the full size. The full size, not the XL, okay, and not the mini, right? Okay, and it's 89 bucks. So if you buy this on White Mountain and you can get a 10% discount, LTK code, then you know, then you've got about $9 less, and it's almost 80 flat out, you know. And this is 154, you know, micarta. Don't sweet talk me with that. So 7 3/4 overall length and 3.3-inch blade. Okay, button lock, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, but if you want a clutch lock, then you get aluminum. You can get this purple aluminum handle. Okay, and that's the full size as well. Okay, right? So I saw that as well at Blade West. I think I saw it in Atlanta as well. 107, okay, but the sheepdog and the clutch lock. So not a button lock. It's like that axis lock, only the clutch lock is adjustable. So if you go, I don't want a button lock, well, you can get it in the clutch lock, okay? Or you can get it in a liner, like, you know, you can get it whatever, okay? But I'm just saying. So this one is the button lock, and it's not the mini. So it's the full size in a button. Now let's hope they expand this out, and they've been doing the sheepdog in a lot of different ways. You know, especially they did the XL sheepdog. So big 4-inch blade, 9 1/4 overall length. It's big, right? They took the flipper tab off and put the hole on, that kind of thing, right? But it was a liner lock, right? So if they do the XL in Ultim in satin with a button lock, that would be cool too, you know? But really this is more carryable, and I like the little mini too. And they've done it in 3V, they've done it in aluminum, they've done it in rich light, they've done it in, you know, whatever, micarta, etc., right? So, and of course the mini they've done in a liner lock, button lock, whatever, that kind of thing. So they're really, you know, mixing it up with this. Blade handle length, great. Of course, this is a Chris Conaway design, which is sheepdog knives, right? Last I knew, he was over in the Kansas City area, right, working for the KC Tools. And so this one has got a black washed, you know, blade on it, 154 cm. Definitely grippy. I mean, you could say that much for it. If you're a micarta fan and you like this setup, then this is your deal, right? Right and left hand deep carry, and of course the tapered screws are flat, whatever tops, so they're flush with the scales, so no hanging up in your pocket. Goes in and out of the pocket just fine. Okay, so, and of course the famous Kizer drop, which on a button lock, you know, that's just the way it is regardless, right? So, and my friends, okay, it'll do that too. So it'll actually be a knife. That's just a good little package right there. And I don't, you know what? I don't think it's that heavy either. It doesn't feel, I'm gonna go 4.5 maybe. Let's see. 119 grams. Am I off? Would that be 4.5? Hold on. One more. Pretty close, right? 4.2. 4.2 ounces. Okay, so no, not that heavy. Of course, the micarta is not that heavy. And this knife rests, oop, oop, oop. You got to get really close up on that. Okay, there you go. I don't think it's all that fat, although it does fill the hand pretty well. And if I could find my calipers over here, they're hiding from me again. 0.53, so yeah, it's not super, okay, 0.52, 13.2 millimeters, probably 3 millimeter blade stock, and pretty close, 2.8 at 0.11. Okay, so, but at least you don't have to get your fingers in the path of the blade because the button lock just dropped down like that. And of course, it doesn't have a big obnoxious flipper tab. It's tabless, and you can thumb flick it, or you can finger flick, reverse finger flick it however you want. That kind of thing. Okay. It's not going to fall out of the scales. But it's you know, it's relatively light as far as the detent goes, which, since you don't have a flipper tab and all you're going to be doing is this, I don't think you want it much stronger than that, or you're not, it's going to be uncomfortable to deploy. So no, I think you're good. I think you're good there. Of course, the design flow is great. I mean, it's a Sheepdog. It's been out for years now, and it just keeps winning. I mean, and the good thing also, as far as, you know, this could be good. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of a knife that could be very kitchen capable or food prep capable as well, because, you know, like the Cuff or whatever, different ones, because there is no flipper tab doing this, okay? You can make full contact, and nice little cleaver-ish type of blade for doing a lot of things. So that works. And it's a Vanguard series, so it's very inexpensive. It's a budget type knife. And there's the whole deal of the model number, all that kind of stuff. And it comes in a box like this, and it open it up, you get a sticker, okay? And then you get a little bit of a microfiber cloth in there. Yeah, you can see. And then paperwork there. It comes in this, okay? But also you get extra hardware, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more screws. So if you would happen to lose a screw on disassembly or something like that, you always got an extra one. That has happened to me before, losing a screw or having a screw loose. So yeah, absolutely. And not a bad little setup there, but it's the Sheepdog. Ergos are great. I mean, this nice front choil, although it backs me off of the blade a bit. Now, the thing is with this here, this kind of front choil area, you can go ahead and move up and get like this. So, okay. I mean, you can get pretty comfortable rolling up here. And like I said, reversible on the pocket clip. But yeah, or you can just back up and you can kind of be away from things. You know, you can get away from whatever it is you're cutting as well back in here. I just feel a little bit behind the blade, although it saves you from sliding forward accidentally onto the blade. I love to flick it. I'm glad the flipper tab's gone. Yeah, I'm all good with this one right here. And you know what? It's relatively light for the size. It's good handful in a way at the 0.53 of an inch. But you know what? No, I mean, and as far as overall length, it's pretty nice because it's not that big. But it's bigger than a 3-inch. You know, down here it's almost 3.5 to the bolster. So yeah, you could say 3. I mean, they're saying 3.27. Okay, I'm going to call it more like 3.3 inches at like 85 millimeters. And then overall, yeah, 7.6, 7.65, whatever. You know, almost 7 3/4 inch overall length. So pretty much a full-size knife, although cutting edge is not, you know, probably even quite 3 inches actually. And that is just barely. Okay, so there's that. All right, but you know, you got plenty of choil up here, comfortable, good balance on it, convenient, nice little drop. Yeah, I like it. And this is interesting. It must have a captured pivot because there's no way to get in from the front. And yeah, I think most of the Kizer knives are that way. Some of the Concept knives are not. They're not captured, and they have an area to get in from both the front and the back. But I think most of the Kizer knives I've done in recent history are, okay, these are number 8s here. It's just be the pocket clip that's not. Are, you know, the Concept ones, not all of them are captured. So yeah, that's thus the area on the front to be able to stabilize it with a number 8 Torx. And what do we need to get in to do this? There's a pocket clip. And take the second one. Pretty easy to disassemble. I haven't had really any problems disassembling Kizer knives. There it just falls apart. Of course, these 2 body screws are still kind of planted in the micarta, but I can punch them out if I want to. The one thing I always thought it was kind of weird, and you know, not knocking anything necessarily, but that spring gets backed up by the micarta. So it's not like it's you know, like this base here on the backside of the spring is steel or anything. So it always makes me wonder, is that really sturdy enough to support that regardless? And I guess so. I guess they've probably done the engineering to figure that out. Whatever. Let me see what I got else in here. Nothing. So this should all come apart. Yeah, definitely a captured pivot. But it must be captured on the other side. Okay. And then we got ceramic bearings, front and back, here and here. Like that. Okay. So that's good. And then that's all machined away because of that, you know, that black stonewash coating stuff, whatever. So yeah, this is to make it more droppy. And oh yeah, there's the flat part here. So that's, yeah, that's where it's captured at. And then skeletonized steel liners here. And of course over here as well. So you got the outer micarta on the button lock side. There's your skeletonized, there's your blade. There's your button, okay, and your spring, your screws, and your bearings. And then here's your pivot from the front that's flattened and, you know, captured, etc., etc. So, and then here's your stop and your standoffs here. So you got it all. Yeah. And there's your disassembly. And the Sheepdog full-size button lock, not difficult to disassemble, that's for sure, and not difficult to reassemble either. The button lock, micarta. Now, it's time, Ultem or Rich Light, satin, button lock, make it happen. Make it happen. Yeah, in the Vanguard. In the Vanguard. I don't want one in M390 or whatever. I want one like 154 cm, satin, Rich Light, Ultem, whatever. That'd be great. That'd be cool on the full size. And then we will talk about the XL. I'll make them do something. You know, hey, they got to go XL button lock, right? Or would that be too heavy? Nah, I think it'd be manageable, right? Or clutch lock in Ultem or in the XL. That could be as well. So I don't know. I'll give you the link though to the Kizer site and White Mountain, and I've got a discount code for White Mountain, this and this and this. Take care. Also, look at my website, lovethemknives.com, pre-owned knives. Keep up with it. There's always new knives coming in, new knives getting bought, things turning over. So stay up with that. Love them knives. Yes, we do. You guys, stay sharp.